Welcome to Into the Radius. In this video, we're going to be talking about pistol shooting, handling, magazine reloading, reloading the pistol, pistol options, all that good stuff related to pistols in the game. Before we get started, take a minute to click the S in the corner to subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so that'd be much appreciated. Let's get into it. In the game, you're either going to find weapons in the zone, or you're going to buy them from the store like this. The weapons are organized by the round that they shoot. Generally, you're going to start off with a PM in the 9 by 18 millimeter round, and that's this weapon here, the PM. I personally like the OC33 because it uses a larger magazine with 27 rounds. The PM is an 8-round magazine. Magazines are all specific to different weapons, so you need to make sure you're getting the right magazine, you're getting the right ammo, and some attachments are specific to different weapons. So the OC can take all the pistol attachments, so that's why we go with the OC. To purchase weapons, this is the shooting range, so everything's free, that's unlocked. Once you collect weapons in the game, they're going to unlock here. But in the actual game, the store looks just like this. And you simply find what you want in the menu here. In this case, we're looking at 9 by 18 millimeter weapons. You hit a plus. That's going to close the container here, load it up with your purchase, and then you can add more purchases like a box of ammo here and a magazine. And then you'd go over here, it would tell you the amount, and you'd click buy. And I think there's a confirmation, and then the door opens, pull all the stuff out. But for our purposes, we're going to be using the OC33, which I've got in my holster here. You do have one holster for a sidearm. Other weapons, you can sling a long weapon over your shoulder, and you can fit another long weapon on the side of your pack, and you can fit smaller pistols, or pistols in general, in your backpack. But as far as carrying on your person, your holster is there for pistols. Pistols won't fit anywhere else on your person in any of the other slots. You have an ammo pouch here that'll fit 4 magazines. I like to keep one empty for the empty magazine that we're taking out. But here we've got 3 full magazines, and you can also put magazines in your side pouch here. And that's just when it looks green, they're going to stick, so you can just kind of leave them hanging out, easy access. Now, ammunition in Into the Radius is handled at the bullet level. So here we have a box of 9 by 18 rounds. You press the grip button to pick things up, and you press the trigger button to interact with things generally. So we're going to press the trigger button to actually drop a round out of the box. You don't really need to do this, dropping them onto, say, a table. The same goes for a magazine. If you pick up a full magazine, you can press the trigger to drop rounds out of that magazine. So if you have an empty magazine or a magazine that's just not full, you can pick up individual rounds. You see that little white dot indicator means you're going to pick it up. You press the grab button and just hold it to the magazine. So you can load magazines like this, which is rather tedious, but sometimes you find loose rounds or you drop them or whatnot. That just jumped into my ammo pouch and I just knocked some ammo around. So for these reasons, you might end up having to load loose rounds like that. But most of the time, you're going to be loading from a box of ammo. And you do that by picking up the box, picking up the magazine, and just holding them together. And you'll watch the number tick down on the box while the magazine loads. There we go. That magazine's full. We don't need that one. We'll just leave those rounds there. So once a magazine is loaded, just slap it into the gun like that. Now, the interactions with a pistol are going to be the top button is your information. There's a long hold for the information on the gun. It tells us information about the gun, its condition, and then you can click on control help or back to info. So condition is blue, that means it's good. I think it goes to yellow. Those are both okay. You can repair in those conditions. When it gets to red, you have to pay to get it repaired in the kind of store car in the game. So the other interactions with the gun is we can do a long hold on the top button, which is, I think, B on this controller, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's one of the buttons. If you do a quick tap, that's going to be the fire selector on the weapon. So you can see here we have safe, single shot, and automatic on this gun. You can see that button toggles between them. It's the same button as the information button. So whichever button that is on your controller, long press is going to bring up the information. Long press is going to dismiss the information. And just a short press is going to toggle the fire selector. So each weapon is going to have a slightly different fire selector or safety. So for this one, we're going to leave it on single shot. Generally, once you pick up a weapon in the game, you're going to want to take off the safety and leave it on whatever fire mode you think you will need to use. Safety is just not very useful in the game. So here we've loaded a magazine. We've got it on single shot. The other interaction with the gun is to drop the magazine out, which is the other button on your controller. Now, if you do a long hold or a press and hold, it's going to drop the magazine out halfway, and it's not going to fall. This gives you a chance to grab the magazine. So in this case, you reach over your other hand, you're going to get a grab indicator, and you grab the magazine. You can place it in your pouch or in your magazine pouch, or you can place it in your side pouch, whichever is more convenient for you. Some people take the empties or the half empties, put them in the side pouch for quick organization, and then go to grab a fresh one from their ammo pouch. Slap it back in. Now, that was a press and hold, and I was holding that the whole time, even though you don't need to. But you want to hold it a bit longer after you grab, because if you let go, it's going to drop the magazine out fully, and that's going to land on the floor, maybe fall through the map, weird stuff like that. You're almost guaranteed to drop a magazine out when you're playing the game at some point, so just be aware that that's a thing. Try to remember where you dropped it, go back and get it. So, see, I dropped a bullet over there somehow. Let's toss that on the table. So when you're reloading, I'm going to press, let it fall out. Not let it fall out. Let it come out enough to grab it, place it somewhere safe, slap another one in, you're good to go. Like I said, if you let go of that button too early, you're going to have a falling magazine. I did that right there. You can sometimes grab it out of the air, but you generally don't want to do that. So we've got a magazine in. We've got our fire selector on single. You use the trigger from the other hand to interact with the slide or the rack or however you're going to charge the weapon. And there we go, weapon hot. So each weapon's going to have different sights. We'll try to line up the sights. Take out some bottles. There you go. That's the general interactions on the weapon. Now, when we get to attachments, if there's nothing attached, you can just grab an attachment, and if it fits to the weapon, it's going to snap right to it. So there we've got a suppressor. Here we've got a laser sight. That's going to snap on the bottom. And now you get more options on the weapon. When I pull up the information, we're going to get attachments unlocked. So that means we can take these attachments off. If I hold my hand near the suppressor, we'll get a grab indicator for the suppressor. If I hold my hand near the laser sight, we're going to get a grab indicator for the laser sight. So once you've got your attachments on, you're going to want to lock them. That means you're not going to get those indicators, which means you're not going to be grabbing your suppressor off in the middle of combat or grabbing your laser sight off in the middle of combat. So we'll leave those locked. The other thing to know about attachments, and we'll long press to dismiss the info, is to toggle, say, the flashlight or the laser sight in this case. It's not that intuitive. You need to double hold the weapon, which means take your offhand, hold it near the bottom of the pistol. In the case of pistols, you're going to get that grab indicator. It's not for the magazine, it's for the pistol, right? Because the magazine isn't ejected yet. So you're going to get that double hold. Now, when you have that double hold, you can press the trigger on your offhand again to toggle the accessory. So now we've got the laser pointer on, off, on, off. So enemies do react at night to the laser pointer and the flashlight. There's some sort of, attraction radius where they're going to come because you have that on. Whether I've heard that even if that is on in your pack or in your holster, it's going to have that effect. I don't know what the distance is on that. But remember, get your second hand on the gun to stabilize it, and then the trigger on that second hand is going to toggle the accessory. Now that second hand does give you more stability in the game. There are mechanics that do that. So it's not just for show, and it's not just for your, the physical stability of shooting. But there you go. For reloading, once you've emptied the weapon, which is a lot for these, again, you want to drop the mag not completely out. I'm holding the button, grab it, put it in a pouch, grab another one, slap it in if you need to, cycle the action, and you're good to go again. I believe you can cycle the action to drop a round out. Yep. You can see that round just flew out. So if you're interested in getting rounds out that way, you can do that too. For cleaning, well, I don't think they have cleaning supplies here, but maybe we'll just check. Is this going to shoot? No. Okay. Weapon cleaning, they do. So weapon cleaning is done with a brush, a paper roll, and a rod, and some oil spray. We'll get those. We'll just do it quickly. Do we not add the... Oh no, they're all there. Your backpack's going to follow you if you go too far, so don't worry about that. So generally I like to take attachments off, so we need to... Well, they're unlocked again. That might be a bug there, I'm not sure. Take those off, put our WD-40 down, our little brush, and our rod. So you can see the weapon is in the blue, which means all it needs is the cleaning rod to do. If it's down, and I think whatever the next one is, maybe yellow is the condition, then you're going to need to spray it with the WD-40. And then hit it with the brush. And that's going to get the condition up from yellow into the blue. And then once the condition, you see all those nice flakes coming off. Then once the condition's in the blue, you want to pick up the paper. You can press the trigger to drop a little patch off like that. Then you take your cleaning rod, tap the patch to get the patch on. And then you can clean out the bore by just inserting it all the way into the weapon and pulling it out. Some people kind of just do the back and forth motion like this for in-game, and that's going to get it from blue into perfect condition. So let's see if we brought it up. So there we go. We're back into perfect condition. So there you go. That's how pistol shooting, reloading, and maintenance works in Into the Radius. If you have another tip about pistol shooting, some sort of optimization for reloading, or anything really related to pistols, pistol shooting, magazines, your favorite pistol in the game, damage, all that good stuff, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.